Hey, what is up guys? It is your boy Speed here, and today we're talking about Gabby's unstoppable Phantom Assassin 24-0 in a 28-minute game. That is nearly a kill per minute. How does he do it against heroes that do a lot of magical damage, right? I would expect something like Ion Shell Puck or Ion Shell Tiny to be able to slay a Phantom Assassin in the early game, right? This hero's main weakness is magical damage. How in the world does Gabby go Battle Fury and not die a single time against a team comp like this? Well, we're going to figure out why today. It all starts from the prowess that he has in the laning stage into his movements in the mid game, so smash that like button. If you appreciate what we do here at GameLeap.com, you know, your boy Speed, working hard to give you guys the best information. We got editors every single day, you know, putting together the best clips from the videos. And, of course, 1337. Right, you guys know he's in the background lurking, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. If you do in the comment section down below, I don't know, you can say something nice about him. Also, buy a GameLeap sub. It's down below in the description. You want to click that link, sign up today, and you're going to get guides from thousands of pros. I know I haven't used this pitch before, but believe it or not, guys, GameLeap has thousands of guides from top-tier pros, just like me. You know, I won TI last year, and so you're probably really excited to hear what I have to say. And let's get into the video. Alright, so first off, we're going to be looking at Gabby's Phantom Assassin in the lane, and just talk about, you know, the basic mechanics that you need to apply as Phantom Assassin to have a good lane. First things first, creep aggro. Remember guys, I say this in every video, it's because people still don't do it, and I probably will till the day I die. But the main other thing that you want to do as Phantom Assassin is dagger range creeps, right? So there's really two things you do. You pull creep aggro to secure CS, and you dagger range creeps. Honestly, up until you get a couple of items, this is all you do on Phantom Assassin. If you go for kills too early on, your hero just dies. Sure, you do have good base damage, good armor, and good movement speed, but none of your spells do a large amount of damage. However, I really love the lane that we see here. Now, there's a couple of lanes that I like with PA, just, you know, to start off to talk about matchups or heroes that you can pick with PA. I think Lich is really good, as the Frost Shield allows you to man up, and Lich's Constant Harass actually allows you to go in for kills using your Blink Strike. Next up is Grimstroke, which we'll be seeing here. And finally, I really like Undying, as it gives PA a good, you know, start to the lane. It's going to give her a really good start, and then when Undying drops them low, which he naturally will, you can clean up on the kills and help him out, which I think is a fantastic combo. Alright, so the next thing we really want to pay attention to is how Gabby actually looks for gaps as PA, because PA is one of those heroes, if you man up at the wrong time, you take a lot of damage. So you can see that he wants to go in on this Darkseer. When is it, right? When is he going to go in? The question is, when is he actually going to go in? And the time you want to go in is around your support's power spikes, not really around your own power spikes. As long as you're level 2, you know, you don't get much stronger than that in the lane as PA besides through items, and, you know, obviously the extra skill points help. But the main thing is your support's timing. So, in this clip here, he's going to synergize, and you can see that's why he's pinging so much. If you guys are playing your pubs and you want your support to cast spells, you want to ping ahead of time. You want to tell them, I want to go on this person. If you don't have the foresight to do that, well, that's the first thing you got to work on, because you need to notify your support that you want to go in. You can't just expect them to have perfect synergy with no verbal communication, and that's what we see here. The pings come out, he daggers as the Inkswell lands, and because of that, they pick up their first kill onto the Darkseer in a little bit of time. You'll see, obviously, it's all about that slow chip. They get it here as the Grimstroke baits them in, and a double kill for the bottom lane. And this next clip here, we're once again going to see the prowess of creep aggro and communication with your support. Pulls the wave back. What does this do? It forces the enemy team to come in if they want to contest you, which is a big deal, guys. You know, sure, it just keeps you alive, right? But it also allows you to get kills. Let's say the Earthshaker wants to TP in when he respawns, which he actually does do. You pulling creep aggro and keeping the wave back is going to allow him to make the play that he wants, and this is exactly what happens. They see the Earthshaker TPing in, they obviously want to go because they have, you know, 2 stuns, and they pick up another 2 kills. And all of a sudden, this laning stage with the hero that, honestly, I usually see as a bad laner, becomes a snowball in their favor. For that rhyme, guys, you have to smash the like button. That was impressive, right? That was pretty cool. The next thing I'd like to mention as a laning stage tip is the fact that he buys like a ton of salves, and I mean a ton of salves. He also has a wand and a blightstone, which are good items to note as well. The wand is very important on PA as you need mana to just get CS and go on people, but PA does have a sustain issue, right? It's actually one of the biggest issues with the hero, as we see another kill attempt. But what Gabby does to actually snowball his lane is ship out an insane amount of salves. He even ships out a Clarity here using the blur to prevent it from getting cancelled. So keep that in mind, guys. Right? You can actually use blur to cancel out creep aggro, and if you're having sustain issues, don't be afraid to buy these extra items to win your lane. Remember, PA does not jungle quickly, so if you don't buy every item you need to sustain your lanes, such as Wraithband, Blightstone, Wand, Clarity, Salves, you're gonna lose, because the hero doesn't jungle fast enough to compensate for the fact that you have to leave lane early on. Now, after shipping out another 2 salves, we're gonna see the first major movement by Gabby's Phantom Assassin after he kills up this creep camp and creep wave. Let's see exactly what he does. So after this Inkswell fails, he just decides that the Ion Shell is too strong, and I agree. Maxed out Ion Shell is very, very hard to deal with. Even if you've been winning the lane, it still doesn't matter. It just becomes too strong. And so what does he do? He says, okay, I don't want to fight into this anymore, and instead, I'll just TP out and leave the lane, right? He can clearly tell that this is getting too dangerous. So after shoving one more wave, he TPs top, and this is a really big deal, because not only are they able to get the kill onto the Warlock, they're able to actually push in the wave and get the tower as well. Now he's avoided a really bad matchup, which he understands gets bad towards level 5 and level 7 for the Darkseer, and he's been able to take a tower for his team. It really is the perfect rotation. Now at this point in the game, all you really do is pretty simple. You avoid the enemy team, you use Blur when you're going to push in a creep wave, and you use your W to farm creep camps. Rinse, repeat, you let the Tiny or whoever's going to shove in top, you kill jungle camps until that time, and this is how you get really farmed on any hero in Dota, but it's very important on Phantom Assassin as, timings are really everything, as he picks up a solo kill onto Tiny. By the way, that's a really good thing you can do, which is solo pick off people if you happen to get a good lead. Now, we see one little adjustment that personally I wouldn't have made, but that is TPing into a fight. If you have a good start, you can do this. And if you buy these items, such as Wraithband, Treads, Wand, you can TP in and help bite, right? That's what he's going to do here, and it helps them get a kill into the puck. The enemy team doesn't expect a Phantom Assassin to show up to fights early on. But if the enemy team is diving, you can do this. Please take me serious on that. If the enemy team is diving, you can TP. If not, don't TP. Please. These are the only fights that you're actually going to be safe in, as the enemy team is going to lack mana, like this Warlock lacks spells, right? And they're going to naturally be low on HP, which is great for Phantom Assassin, as it allows him to pick up a triple kill. Psych, the Earthshaker steals it. Now all of these good things combined turn into a Battle Fury at the 13-minute mark with a lot of stat items. Now guys, I don't expect you to get a 13-minute Battle Fury in most of your games. If I was you and I wanted to set a goal, what I would do is I would aim for a 15 or 16-minute Battle Fury, right? But you can see it's possible to get a 13 if you play well enough. He's been extremely active, participating in 11 kills, and still has 95 CS, and this is what makes him a top-tier player. Also, when you get your Battle Fury and you want to farm Ancients, use Blur. And now this is one more example of him wanting to fight before we move on towards the later stages of the game. You can see where the fight is taking place and what Gabby is looking to do. He's not looking to go on a puck under the tier 1. He's not looking to be the one to initiate. What he's looking to do is wait for a fight to break out, right? He wants a fight to break out. He wants one of his tanks to get initiated upon, and then he's going to go in, right? You see this very, very patient. Daggers the creep wave. And clearly he wants a fight to happen in this area. Says, okay, I'm not going to initiate it though. It's going to jungle up until then. Don't want to waste a lot of time. Keep your efficiency up. But then eventually a fight's going to break out around the mid lane as smoke comes out from the Radiant. You can see the blink in, and because he's in the area, he can secure the kill onto the puck, throw a dagger at the Warlock, and crit him for 500 damage. And of course the fight doesn't end there. Why does he go on this Warlock, guys? Very, very important. This is something that most players lack. They don't have it at all. Why does he go on the Warlock? You might be saying, Speed, it's just because it's a support. I'm playing PA, that's what I do. No, that's not what you do. That's not what you do when you have a Battle Fury. That's what you do when you have BKB and Deso, right? That's when you one-shot supports and go on them no matter what. The reason why he goes on Warlock here is because he's looking at the minimap. Even though his camera is not on the bottom side of the fight, he sees, because of the wall and because of the minimap, that the main threats to him, the Ion Shelled Tiny and Darkseer, are not there. So what does he do? He goes on the Warlock. Very good minimap awareness. When you're playing PA, you need to know who threatens you. This fight is actually very bizarre. But you need to know who threatens you and hardcore play around it, right? There's a lot of heroes in particular in the early game that I would recommend dodging. Viper, Leshrac, Darkseer, Tiny, all of these examples. So until they've been dealt with, you really want to play the outside of the fights. And then back to farming, of course. Never take a drawn-out fight. Whenever you're playing a hero like PA or Jug and you have a Battle Fury, never ever take a drawn-out fight. It is okay to get a pick-off or two, right? Defend a tower. But once that fight becomes a dive where it goes into the enemy tier 1, you want to leave. You see how Gabby didn't stay once the fight became very weird, right? He leaves, he goes split pushes top, and he pops a Blur to obviously keep himself safe. Oh, and then what do you know? What is he going to do next? TP to a fight that is underneath one of his towers? Absolutely. Right, absolutely. Even with Battle Fury, you can do this. After pushing into wave top, you can especially do this. Getting into the next fight here, where Gabby has an 18-minute Battle Fury Deso, even better than that, and Vampire Fangs. Let's see how he plays it. Also, a couple things to note. At level 10, you want to take 175 health, so you can actually fight early on. And at level 15, you want to take 350 strike cast range. This, in my opinion, is one of the best talents in the game. It is ridiculous how far you can go, and how easy it is to initiate on the proper heroes, so make sure you take these two talents. But yeah, in this fight here, he's not going to bother trying to kill the Darkseer. He's a little bit too tanky. The guy has a mech and just a lot of stat items, so instead, he shifts his attention over to the Warlock, finishes off that kill, gonna disengage. He sees that, he is the focus of the fight. You do not want to be the focus of the fight of PA in the early game, so he's gonna continue to disengage. He waits till the enemy team commits a lot of spells, and then he can turn. And this is what you want to do as PA. You want to kite her on the edge, then if they focus you, you want to disengage, wait till they overcommit, go back in, punish, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It's all about playing this game of, finding angles, finding gaps, and now they can transition it right into a Roshan, and this is the power of the Vampire Fangs. This item is so good on PA, and really the night vision, in my opinion, is also very underrated. The pure fact that you can see a support 300 units further in the nighttime, or, whatever hero you want to jump, is very powerful. Next up, let's see the fact that Gabby actually takes control of his team here. They take Roshan, and instead of running it down mid, like everyone else does, what does Gabby do? He draws a line. You see this line, guys? That's him, right? Light blue, or whatever you want to call it, cyan? I don't know. Draws a line across, tells his team to smoke, and you can do this as a carry. You can make the play calls. For some reason, people think the supports are the only one who should be doing it. Guys, if you're a carry player and you hit a timing, make the call. Your team is actually likely going to listen to you, especially if you're 11-0. And because of it, they're able to find a pickoff onto the Darkseer. Obviously going to catch out the Warlock as well in a second here. And it is an easy fight and push from there. Beautifully done. Now really at this point in the game, Gabby can do whatever he wants. Let's be real, guys. He stomped the first 20 minutes so hard that no matter what play he makes, it's basically going to work out, as he has 3 large items by the 20-minute mark and an Aegis. And yeah, this is high MMR Dota, right? Obviously the enemy team is also high MMR, but he's made, honestly, so many good plays. In the laning stage, he found every gap he could have. In the mid game, he didn't get picked off a single time. He showed up to only the proper fights. And that's how you become 15,000 net worth when the second highest is 9,000. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll watch one more fight before we end it off. But a couple things I just want to mention. If you guys could smash that like button for your boy Speed, help me out. And of course, sign up to the GameLeap website to also support, us at GameLeap, and get yourself some premium content that's going to get you to the next level. I want to mention that I just recorded a session where I did a live offlane coaching session with one of my students. I also did a live TB and Void coaching session as well not too long ago. They're long form, very useful. And so if you're trying to get better, this is the best type of content, right? It's not filtered, it's not cut through, it's not mainstream. It's going to give you everything you need to know, and that should help you a ton. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Obviously, guys, keep in mind, go BKB on PA if you are not this far ahead. Obviously, because he is so far ahead and can do whatever he wants, Abyssal is just going to further that power spike. But usually you do want to pick up a BKB, but in this game, he can, once again, do whatever he wants. And that's going to be about all, as Gabby uses a ward he put down. Keep in mind, guys, I see core players complaining, we have no vision. Put it down yourself. Gabby asked for this ward, put it down himself, and because of that, he can blink onto the puck and one-shot him. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this kind of gives you a better picture of how you want to play PA, how you could look for fights, how you look for, engagements in the early game as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and peace. Before you leave, just want to say a quick message. If you're trying to get better at Dota or you just enjoyed that video, I know this is pretty general, and you're going to hear this quite a bit from me, but I recommend you sign up to GameLeap.com. Why? Because I put a lot of effort into the content over there, and generally the effort I do there is different from the content you're going to see here on YouTube. It is different. In fact, I usually go a lot more in depth on topics or into niche topics that help you get to the next level even faster. Because on YouTube, I often have to keep it more mainstream. And that's even why I'm putting it at the end of this YouTube video. That's why this is at the end, because a lot of people just watch 5 minutes, they skip through just for like the dopamine spike. But if you are interested in actually getting better at Dota, I recommend you go to the description down below, get your discount right now by clicking the link, sign up, use the discount code that you're going to see there, and I hope to see you there right now, so click it, and yeah, thanks for watching.